What's up, everybody? It's Editor Affected Hippo here, coming at you with another voiceover because I forgot to record an introduction to this video. But basically, the gist is we're going to take care of some of the, I guess, I don't want to say tedious tasks, but the tasks that I've been putting off for who knows how many months now. So, like right here, I've got this bridge I'm trying to work on. You'll see more of it throughout the video. The game plan is to just fill in things, make it look a little more lived in, actually have a train station built in the area so that it seems like it works logically for me. That's really what I need here. Do I actually need to bring the rest of my guards, or which was that? Northeast would be this way. I mean, I do have a bridge connecting now, but the raiders still can't actually find their way up to my area. Like, they can't get up there. So you're there, under the bridge. This is what I like about new colonies. I've had 2, even 3 sets of raiders come to my other colony. So it is nice to not have them here, or not have as many at once. Well, I have been clearing out a little bit of land underneath, well, in the area of our nether portal. And the goal here is to eventually build the room. I don't think I've actually done a proper end portal in a while, so I'd like to actually make something nice in here. This is also way bigger than it needs to be, and I am certain this is a bad idea. However, I want to have some layers of glass underneath so that we have that sort of fade effect. And then I've cleared a lot of water, and I'm quite frankly a little tired of it. Maybe you can see the vision. I'm imagining a semicircle here. Maybe I need to drop the whole thing down a little bit and have some kind of build up to the portal. Maybe it shouldn't just be sitting down in the ground like it is here. But my thought is that from here, I can have a series of... Handsome little fellow there. I can have a series of islands similar to this, or I could have them in quartz and... Well, I don't know if quartz would be right, but if I did it in quartz, I'd have to switch all this out to a different block, which wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. I could switch this out with, well, quartz, and maybe sea lanterns would be an interesting color combination. I could even use maybe prismarine for color contrast. And it's something I haven't used in this world yet. And then, oh yeah, so the point would be sphere here, a sphere, or a circle, probably a sphere, half sphere. What's that? Hemisphere? Over here. I think it's time we check out the end portal room. Looks really nice with shaders. I am really happy with this. I like how this looks like water. You do have to jump. You don't really have to, I guess, but if you'd like to make it to the next step. And then end portal. We're not doing anything in the end. I just wanted to dress up this room because I've never actually dressed up the end portal, I don't think, especially not in this series. I've always just done it with, I've just ran through the end, basically. I'd have a portal right next, another portal right next to the end portal, and just jump down and go through. But now we've got this, which I think is a really nice looking room. I like how empty it looks, except for this. Unless you come back here and you can see the actual tunnel we came down. Let's go ahead and take the shaders off for a second so we can see what we've actually done here. Now you can't actually see what it is unless I turn the brightness up all the way. Then you can see that this is just glass layers. I mean layers of glass. There are 12 layers of glass here, and then the light on the bottom, which might have been a bit unnecessary. But I like it. I think this is at least a bit more interesting, especially than if I had just done one long walkway from there to here. I think maybe if I'd varied the heights on these a little bit, and then I wrapped it underneath just in case. But I think if I had varied the heights on these a little bit, it might have looked that a little bit more interesting, but this is good enough for me. I think this is quite nice. I do think, however, this is going to be the end of this video, unless it's not, and I want to do more. I don't know where I was at. I spent days building this room, just crafting all the glass. If I, in fact, go to my statistics, go to times mine crafted, 32,000. 32,000 glass for this. Almost, I think the number was actually almost 3,000, wasn't it? It's almost 33,000. Well, it's not quite there. Let's just say 32,000, maybe 32,500. But it's still a lot. I crafted a lot of glass down here. I did enjoy. I did think this turned out really nice. I think in the future, what I should do is maybe make the room bigger, which I understand will take a lot longer. Take considerably longer. However, if you put it right down at 30, I think I heard B00 say he does that in a video. Oh, and then we just have a random button in case this is, you know, up at the top and I want to bring it right back down. And then these islands are hollow. I thought maybe I'd put something in them. I haven't yet, but yes, we've made that. We've done this pretty much in this episode. And in the last episode, I think, I haven't actually edited them yet, but I think in the last episode we put together this station. So this area is coming along pretty well. There's not much left to do. I might finish this tunnel. In fact, I will finish this tunnel and maybe a little bit of the terraforming on the other side. And heck, maybe I even do that now and include it earlier in the video. But I did go ahead and film this tunnel. I didn't light up the area though. Really all I have going on here, the only thing I can think of left to do out here is to upgrade the colony, but I don't know what else I would really put out here. There's not much I can think of at this point that doesn't require actually really advancing in the tech tree. Plus, I think my other colony's starving a little bit. I went over there the other day and it seemed like there was no food. Maybe because I'm not there for them to actually harvest and for the crops to grow. So that might be something I need to do. But also, we built up this colony in 200 days. I spent 1,000 days doing this colony. Maybe it's about time we spend a couple hundred days working on this colony, which will also be closer to home, so I could maybe just collect things a bit faster. That would be nice. It'd be maybe a little bit more difficult. I might need to have them just a ton of builders and then get into everything else going on around it. But, you know, we'll figure that out once we get there. We're slowly figuring the whole colony thing out as time goes on. And it's not going too bad, I think. I think it's pretty nice. But we're at day 1236, so lots of time left to go. And so maybe I want to fill in. I do think it's time to fill in this station. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm not gonna tell you what I've been planning. I spent 5 minutes talking to the camera. I'm not gonna tell you what I've been planning. I'm just going to do it in the next episode. So until then, thanks for watching. I've been Affected Hippo. You've been you, and I really appreciate you making it to this point in the video. And if you did, hey, why don't you leave a like? Are you subscribed? Maybe you should subscribe. I don't know. But I've been Affected Hippo, and I really appreciate you. Peace.